Hello, everybody. This is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty, and I'm back with another video for you guys today. I have 4 patriotic decor pieces for you. I'm still working on 4th of July. I thought I was done, but some girls from work asked me to make a couple more things for them and for their door and for their home. So I'm still crafting. So here we go. I have my ribbon of choice. I have 3 of these wooden stars, some tumbling tower blocks, a craft stick, some jute twine, masking tape, my Rust-Oleum chiffon cream, my deep red and vintage blue by Hello Hobby, and one of the Dollar Tree mason signs, one of the Dollar Tree mason jar um, signs that you get for kids to craft with. But we're going to use it today for this. So I'm just going to sand off the black writing off the back of the mason jar. We're going to use that side because the front is too busy. And I'm just going to start out by taking a piece of masking tape and taping off the area that I want to paint. I'm going to start by painting the top of the mason jar with the vintage blue, and then the lid of the mason jar I'm going to paint in the ruby red. I painted my white stars and the bottom of the mason jar in the Rust-Oleum chiffon cream, and then the very tiniest part of bottom of that mason jar I painted with the ruby red. And I did that because I thought I would be using that sheer red and white ribbon, and I wanted to have a little red paint at the bottom for that reason. But I didn't love that ribbon with this color paint, so I switched that ribbon out for the ribbon you see sitting on the table. I took my jumbo craft stick after painting it white, and I am writing the word freedom on it in pencil, and I'll go back and fill it in with the black marker. I just measured it out to the width of the mason jar, and we're just going to use it as a plaque. Now that that's done, I'm going to take some of this red ribbon that I pulled from my stash, this red and cream colored ribbon. I had this for Christmas actually, and I got it from Joann Fabric. So we're going to use it for this video because it fits perfectly with what I want to do. Just going to hot glue it down using 2 pieces because one piece is not wide enough. And I'd like to take this time to say thank you to everyone joining me for my video today. Thank you for being here. All my new subscribers, thank you for choosing Dee's Cute and Crafty. To my ride or dies that have been with me since the beginning of my journey, thank you for coming back. Love you guys. And you can see at the bottom where we really didn't need to paint that red portion, like I said, but I thought I would use a different ribbon. And that's why I painted it. But this ribbon covers it up completely. You don't see through it. Just going to fold that ribbon around the mason jar and hot glue it in place. And then because the back is so busy, I took a piece of cardboard, traced out the shape of the mason jar, and I'm just going to place it behind the jar to cover up all of the writing on the back of the jar. And now I'm going to take my little jumbo craft stick plaque that I made, and I'm going to hot glue that down in the center of that ribbon. And I'm also going to add my stars to the blue portion of this mason jar. I'm going to add some tumbling tower blocks to the back so this one stands on its own. And I will add some jute cord to the top of the mason jar where the lid is, and a red, white, and blue bow. This one was super easy to make. It's really cute, and it'll be done in just a few more minutes. Did not take long at all to create this. You guys, thank you so much for all your prayers for Howard and the poison ivy that he got working in my yard. He's still fighting with it. It does not want to turn him loose. It's drying up, but it's taken forever. And he's been putting calamine on it. They gave him steroids at the ER. He's been putting Benadryl spray on it to keep it from itching. He has used, or I bought him to use, I don't know if he's used it or not, the Aveeno oatmeal bath. He has this poison ivy, poison sumac, poison oak spray that he's using. I mean, he is using everything. And it's just taken a while to dissipate and to go away. And he is itching, you guys. Well, he's not scratching it, but he feels itchy. So he sprays it whenever it flares up. But we are desperately wanting it to go away. So thank you for your prayers. That is greatly appreciated. Howard appreciates it, and so do I. Thank you. Just going to tie that ribbon in a shoelace kind of bow and then hot glue it to the top corner of the jar. Putting on the tumbling tower blocks, just going to use two, and she is ready to be displayed. How cute is that? Now, is this one my favorite of the four that I'm bringing you today? It is not. If you want to know which one is, you're going to have to keep watching. And as always, I need you to comment down below and let me know which one is your favorite of the four that I'm going to show you. Moving on to DIY number 2, I have these wooden stars from Hobby Lobby. I have this wood little tray from my stash. Same paint I've been using, except I think I'm using the Hello Hobby or the Waverly Ruby Red. I'll be using my marker. I'm showing you the Dollar Tree furniture markers just in case you don't have any brown markers. And I have two words, one family and one blessed, and I decided to go with the word blessed. And I have this flag wood sign that I picked up from Joann's at the end of season last year. So I'm taking my burnt sienna marker and I am just going to fill in the word blessed. Again, if you don't have markers, you can definitely use the Dollar Tree furniture markers. They come in a pack of 3 or 4. So you can find a nice color in that to use to stain your wood word. I did go around the edge of this little tray with the same burnt sienna, and now I'm just going to paint it with the vintage blue. I'm going to set that aside while I work on this flag sign, and it has raised stripes and stripes that are indented. All of the ones that are indented will be in the, I think it is ruby red or maybe bright red. I'm not sure what color that is. I'll have to leave it in the description. It's not lacquer. I think it's ruby red by Waverly. And then or by Hello Hobby, I'm sorry. And then the raised areas are painted with the Rust-Oleum chiffon cream, the raised stripes. And I'm going around the edge of this flag with the burnt sienna marker. And now I'm going to add my little wood square to the top. You guys, this was simply one of the boxes from Dollar Tree that comes segmented, and it has like all these little wood pieces in it, like butterflies, sunglasses, little tiny bicycles, cameras, and they have pretty much the same thing at Hobby Lobby. So I just removed the wood pieces on the inside that segmented the box, and I'm just going to flip it over and use it as the top portion of my flag because I wanted it to have dimension. So I used the box to give me the solid blue portion I needed. And I went around the very edge of the blue with a white marker just to make it look old and rustic. I'm using the Fix-All glue and some hot glue to attach it to the corner of my flag. And it doesn't look like it, but I did paint those stars with the Rust-Oleum chiffon cream. Maybe I just haven't painted them yet, and that's why they still look very natural. Yeah, I haven't painted them yet. But I did go in with the Rust-Oleum chiffon cream and paint those stars. And now I'm just going to distress my flag because I can't help it. I can't leave it, nice, neat, and crisp. I love rustic, old, and weathered. You guys have heard me say it so many times. And so every chance I get to add that into my DIYs, I do. So I played around with my stars for a little bit. I thought maybe I wanted them in a circle. Then I thought I wanted one in each corner and one in the middle. And then I ended up just doing 2 rows of 3. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. Nothing I did looked right until I did the 2 rows of 3. But I was trying to make it different. I didn't really want to do the 2 straight rows. I thought it would be nicer doing a different design, but nothing looked right. So this turned out perfectly. I love this. Still not my favorite. So keep watching. Moving on to DIY number 3, and this one is my favorite. Going to be using one of the Dollar Tree furniture markers, some masking tape. I have a pack of these ice cream. Well, I don't know if it's an ice cream bar, maybe just like a popsicle. And then I'll be using my ruby red and also my vintage blue by Hello Hobby and one of the Dollar Tree wood rounds and my Rust-Oleum chiffon cream. Pretty much the same paint I've been using the entire video. So I just blocked off the top and painted it blue. Then I blocked off the line under that and painted it red. And then I will give the bottom of my sign a coat of the Rust-Oleum chiffon cream. And now I'm just going to take my white marker and I'm going to write the word sweet. This one's my favorite because it has a lot of detail. I love the ribbon choice that I used. And I got that ribbon from Joann Fabrics. I adore that ribbon. It's so pretty. And it's good quality. It's nice and thick. It's wired. It almost feels like a thin kind of burlap. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really good quality ribbon. I love it. So I'm going to write Sweet Land of Liberty in a couple different fonts. I'm using my cobalt blue marker as I write the words Land of. And again, you guys, I picked these markers up at Burlington Coat Factory. Of all places, that's where I found them. And then I wrote the Liberty in red using my marker as well. So I like these popsicles, but they're full of glitter. I don't like the glitter. You guys know I'm not a fan of it. So I just flipped them over and I painted them. That way they're not full of glitter. And I was able to paint them in the colors that I like because these colors were a little bit too bright for what I wanted to do. I wanted a dull, muted, rustic, old, weathered red, white, and blue. So I just flipped them over, recreated pretty much the same pattern, but was able to not have to use that glitter side of the popsicle. I love this. I love it so much. It is just beautiful to me. And this is going to my friend Amy. Her mom needed something for her front door, and this is what I created for her. So now that I've got my popsicles attached to my sign, I'm just going to take some jute twine and make 3 little finger bows, little shoestring bows, not finger bows. I don't know how to make a finger bow, you guys. I've been practicing, but I still can't do it yet. And I've watched tutorials, and I still can't do it yet. So I'm just going to do a shoelace bow and attach one to each stick of the popsicle. I took a piece of craft stick and I cut it down to size to make the sticks of the popsicle more three-dimensional. And I just used the furniture marker to go over it to give it that nice rich brown color on those popsicle sticks. Here you see me making my bow the way that I always do. Going to make my loops, do my dovetails, stack everything together, pinch it all together, and tie it off with the jute cord. Again, this ribbon is gorgeous. I love it. I'm going to be sad when it's gone. I should have bought more. Now that I've got it tied off with the jute twine, I'm just going to start separating and fluffing. Making my bows in this way gives me a cute bow every single time. Now I'm just going to look for placement of the bow. I can't put it directly at the center of the sign or at the top of the sign because it's going to cover up my wording. So this bow is going to go off to the side of the sign. I'm going to place some extra holes at the top of the sign or over to the side so that I can tie my bow onto my sign. Just going to flip it over, tie it, adding a little bit of hot glue to make sure everything stays in place, doesn't come untied. Then I'm going to position my bow the way I want it, and I'm going to hot glue those tails in place so that they don't cover up the wording of the sign. And here she is, all done and ready to be displayed, and it is my favorite, hands down. I think it came out gorgeous. Moving on to DIY number 4 and the last one of the video, using the same paint. And I pulled out all of my brown markers because I wasn't sure which one I was going to want. And I have this little wood home word. I think this came from Walmart, but I'm not sure. It was in my stash and I pulled it out. I'm going to be using some tumbling tower blocks. And I'm going to be using this wood sign or plaque that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint the top and the bottom of those two slats in the red, and I'm going to leave the middle white. I'm not going to paint it at all. It's fine the way it is. It actually is perfect the way it is. I did do 2 coats of the red because it was kind of streaky, and as much as I love old and weathered, I didn't like that streaky look on this, so I painted 2 coats of it. The sign was a little bit like slippery, I guess, the texture of the sign. So that's why the paint just kind of smeared around on there and it was very streaky. So 2 coats did the job. I took my tumbling tower blocks and I colored them in using the burnt sienna marker. I ended up using that same marker again. And then I painted my home word with the vintage blue, and I'm just going to hot glue it down, and it's done. I have my little table saw out because I had to cut down some of my tumbling tower blocks to make it fit, to make a frame around this sign. But this is simple and I love it. So cute. I distressed it using my gator sander and it is ready to go. This is everything that I've created for you guys today. I hope you love it just as much as I do. Each piece came out so nice. You guys, if you've enjoyed this content, please don't forget to do all the things. Like, share, comment, subscribe. It helps my channel grow. You have no idea how much I appreciate your help with my channel. Until I see you in my next video, you guys, be blessed. Stay safe. And craft something beautiful today. Bye, guys.